Hi, how are you doing? This is Analysis by Doing. I'm Manu Vasudevan, Data Analyst and Certified AWS Solutions Architect at your service. Welcome to Analysis by Doing, a series of data analysis sessions in which we do hands-on projects analyzing data using Amazon Web Services. The target audience is aspiring data analysts and AWS Cloud enthusiasts. What good is any knowledge when not put to good use? We will exercise our AWS skills on the terrain of data science. Join us in our data analytics journey in the vehicle of Amazon Web Services. Welcome to this session on eCom data analysis. We will review our portfolio website before the eCom data analysis project. Perform an overview of the following. Analyze and visualize the retail dataset, including read in the dataset, data munging and wrangling, identify best and worst selling items, best value and best volume customers, best value customer base, exports analysis and reporting, pivot tables to strategize improvement, and monthly and quarterly sales analysis. Then, update index.html to publish our eCom data analysis project. We will upload the new eCom data analysis project file to the S3 portfolio bucket. We will then review our updated portfolio website after the eCom data analysis project. Next, we will stop but not terminate the Analysis EC2 instance. Finally, we will perform best practices, review billing dashboard, and our budget alarm. To keep us motivated to produce more of such high-quality free content, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button below, leave a comment or two, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, and other budding cloud analysts. Hit the bell icon below to actively follow along with the rest of our series. Let's access our portfolio website from our personal laptop or desktop. Navigate to aws.com. Click on Sign In on the top right. If Sign In page is shown, choose I am user and enter account ID and click Next. In the Sign In as I am user page, enter your admin username, enter the password, and click on Sign In. In the AWS console, in the search bar, key in CloudFront and hit Enter. Click on your portfolio website distribution. In the CloudFront distribution page, Details section, click on the copy icon next to the distribution domain name. Open a new browser tab. Paste your portfolio URL in the address bar and hit Enter. In your website, you need to create a link to the Jupyter notebook that will document your eCom data analysis project. We have reviewed our portfolio website from our personal laptop or desktop. Let us upgrade the data analysis environment in our Analysis EC2 instance. In the AWS console, in the search bar, key in EC2 and hit Enter. Click on the Regions drop-down on top and select the region running your Analysis EC2. Mine is Ohio. In the left-hand side navigation pane, click on Instances. Check the Analysis EC2 instance and pull up the Details pane below to review its public IP. Note that the public IP address is blank because the current instance state is stopped. Click the Instance State drop-down. Select Start Instance. Wait and refresh the screen until status check shows 2 out of 2 checks passed. Check the box by the instance and then click on the Connect button. In the Connect to Instance page, select the RDP Client tab. Click the Download Remote Desktop File button and save it in the Downloads folder. Click on Get Password button. In the Get Windows Password page, click on Browse to open the previously saved private key file. Click on Decrypt Password. Copy the password shown. Open the previously downloaded remote desktop file. To the Do You Want to Connect Anyway question, click on Connect button. In Enter Your Credentials window, paste the password from your clipboard and click OK. To the Do you want to connect anyway question, click on Yes button. Having RDP'd into the Analysis EC2, click on the Anaconda Powershell command icon in the taskbar. Note that our current environment, shown in brackets before the current directory, is the default environment called base. Update the package manager Conda to the latest version. Key in Conda update Conda and hit enter. This might take a while, so please be patient. If it asks for permission to install or update software, key in Y and hit enter. Now, let's update all the installed package libraries. Key in Conda update -- all and hit enter. If it asks for permission to update or downgrade packages, key in Y and hit enter. Wait and watch Conda download and install the latest versions of the package libraries. Let's list all the package libraries supplied by Anaconda and available in the space environment. At the command prompt, key in Conda list and hit enter. Check the version of Python in the base environment by typing python -- version and hit enter. Also, check the version of Jupyter Notebook in the base environment by typing Jupyter Notebook -- version and hit enter. Close the Anaconda Powershell command window. But before we dive into the ecom data analysis, let's create a couple of images. Having RDP'd into the Analysis EC2 instance, in the Windows search bar, key in Paint. Select the Paint app. Make it full screen if not already. In the Paint app, choose color Purple. Select the rounded rectangle shape. Click on the Size drop-down. Select the thickest size. Draw a rectangle from the first vertical bar in the menu to the right side of the first color bar. Set the rectangle width to about 1/3 of the length, about 1280 by 500 pixels. Within Tools, click on A for Text. Choose color Rose. Click on Fill tool. Click within the rectangle. Within Tools, click on A for Text. Choose color Dark Red. Within the rectangle, draw a text box as big as the rectangle. With the default font Calibri at size 11, key in 3 spaces ecom data analysis and enter. 3 spaces and visualization and enter. 12 spaces by Manu Vasudevan, which is my name, but you may use yours, and hit enter. Use up arrow key to go to the first text line. Using shift and down arrow keys, select the ecom data analysis line. Choose font Impact. Select font size 36. Insert 4 more spaces. Select the and visualization line. Choose font Seago Script. Select font size 36. Select the by Manu Vasudevan line. Choose font Seago Print. Select font size 22. Click outside the rectangle. Click on Select and choose Select All. Click on Crop. Enclose the painted rectangular area. Click on Crop Again. Click File, Save As, JPEG Picture. In the Save As File Explorer window, navigate to Folder, Users, Administrator, ABD Portfolio 1. If subfolder Project 5 does not exist, in the right pane, right-click and select New Folder. Name the new folder Project 5 and press Enter. Click on the Project 5 folder. Click on New Folder to create a subfolder. Name the subfolder Images and hit Enter. Double-click on Images. Save the image as eda-title.jpg. Close the Paint app. In the taskbar, click on File Explorer icon. In the left pane, navigate to Folder, Users, Administrator, ABD-Portfolio 1, Project-1, Images. Select Setup-Video.jpg. Right-click and copy. In the left pane, select Project-5, Images. In the right pane, right-click and paste the picture. We will also need a data folder for our project. In the left pane, click on Folder Project-5. Right-click on the right pane. Select New and then Folder. Name the subfolder Data and hit Enter. Let us download the data files that we will need in our project. In the taskbar, click on the Chrome browser icon. Navigate to the University of California, Irvine Online Retail Dataset website. Key in UCI Online Retail Dataset in the search bar and hit Enter. Click on the Online Retail Dataset link. Click on the Download Data folder. In the Download Index page, click on the onlineretail.xlsx link. After the download completes, click on the up arrow next to the downloaded XLSX file. Close the Chrome browser. In the File Explorer window, in the left pane, navigate to Users, Administrator, ABD-Portfolio 1, Project-5, Data. Next, in the left pane, click on the Downloads folder. Select the newly downloaded onlineretail.xlsx file. Move it to the Data folder under the Project-5 folder. Close File Explorer. We have upgraded the data analysis environment in our Analysis EC2 instance and downloaded a real e-com retail dataset. Let us proceed to analyze and visualize the retail dataset. Click on the Anaconda Powershell command icon in the taskbar. Note that we're working in the base environment, as indicated in the left corner of the command prompt. In the command window, enter the command pwd and press Enter. Note that your present working directory is your home directory. Key in Jupyter Notebook and press Enter. The Notebook dashboard opens in our default browser, Chrome. Click on your project folder ABD-Portfolio 1. Click on folder Project-5. Click on the New drop-down in the top right. Select Python 3 for the notebook kernel type. In the menu bar, below the notebook name, click on the File drop-down. Click on Save As. In the Save As pop-up window, append the file name ecom-data-analysis and click Save. Note that the untitled file name has been replaced by ecom-data-analysis. Click on the plus icon to add plenty of cells. Within the first cell, click in the white space outside the input field. Press Escape and then M to make the new cell a markdown cell. In the new cell, click and key in. Within angle brackets, img source equals, within quotes, images /eda-title.jpg, alt equals, within quotes, ecom data analysis. Then hit Alt and Enter. Press Escape and then M to make the new cell a markdown cell. We will make the click launch our environment setup video. In the new cell, click and key in. This code is available in this video's description for you to copy. Then hit Alt and Enter. Click on the image to launch the environment setup YouTube video in a new browser tab. In the video browser tab, stop the video. In the address bar, key in Wikipedia MIT license and hit Enter. Click on MIT license Wikipedia. Scroll down and copy the license terms to your clipboard. Close the Wikipedia page tab. Back in the Ecom Data Analysis document page, click on the white space just outside the input field of the input cell to make it the current active cell and enter command mode. Press M to make your current cell of type Markdown. Click inside the input field. Paste the license terms from your clipboard. Update the year and copyright holder name. Then press Ctrl and Enter. Press S to save your notebook. Press A to create a new empty cell above the current one. In the new cell, click and key in #e-commerce data analysis. Perform data analysis and data visualization on a real e-commerce transactions dataset of online purchases made for a whole year. Analyze and visualize trends and shortcomings by applying data analysis skills and tools to glean information from real-life raw data. This project's Jupyter Notebook can be downloaded for follow-along coding from the Project Portfolio website. Click on this project's page and scroll down to the download link at the bottom. This Jupyter Notebook and this video's description has a link to download the Ecom Retail Dataset. Then hit Alt and Enter. Check the version of Python that we're working on. Key in the code !Python --version. Then hit Alt and Enter. Note the version of Python that we are working with. Import the matplotlib library. Key in the code from importlib.metadata import version. Import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Version within parentheses within quotes matplotlib. Then hit Alt and Enter. Note the version of matplotlib that we are working with. Import the Pandas library. Key in the code import pandas as PD. pd.version . Then hit Alt and Enter. Note the version of Pandas that we are working with. Import the NumPy library. Key in the code import NumPy as np np.version . Then hit Alt and Enter. Note the version of NumPy that we are working with. In the menu above the toolbar, select View and select Toggle Header. This gives us more screen real estate. Import the Seaborn library. Key in the code import Seaborn as SNS sns.version . Then hit Alt and Enter. Note the version of Seaborn that we are working with. In the new cell, click and key in #, read in the data. Then hit Alt and Enter. In the new cell, click and key in #, data source, : 3 hashtags, thanks to the UCI machine learning repository. This Jupyter Notebook and this video's description has a link to download the Ecom Retail Dataset. Also, this Jupyter Notebook has the data source citation. Then hit Alt and Enter. In the new cell, click and key in 3 hashtags, dataset factual, real information. This is a transnational dataset which contains all the transactions occurring between 12/1/2010 and 12/9/2011 for a UK-based and registered non-store online retailer. The company mainly sells unique all-occasion gifts. Many customers of the company are wholesalers. Then hit Alt and Enter. The backslash merely breaks the line to continue below in the markdown cell. In the new cell, click and key in 3 hashtags, Dataset, fictional, fairy tale assumptions. These are daily invoices from a branch of the fictional trans-global online retailer Alizon.com. All prices are in the favorite international currency of US dollars. You are the hotshot consulting data analyst hired to glean information from this e-com transactions dataset. Then hit Alt and Enter. Read in the data provided as an Excel spreadsheet. Key in the code retail_df equals pd.read_excel within parentheses within quotes data/online-retail.xlsx retail_df. Then hit Alt and Enter. These 500,000 data rows will take almost 2 minutes to load, so please be patient. In the new cell, click and key in 2 hashtags, preliminary data analysis. Then hit Alt and Enter. How many rows and columns are in the data frame? Key in the code retail_df.shape. Then hit Alt and Enter. We have over 500,000 data points with 8 attributes each. Key in the code output equals len within parentheses retail_df print within parentheses within quotes curly brackets colon comma dot format within parentheses output. Then hit Alt and Enter. We have 541,909 rows in our data frame. How are the data frame rows indexed? Key in the code retail_df.index. Then hit Alt and Enter. They have the default integer index starting from 0 to 541,908. What are the column names in the data frame? Key in the code retail_df.columns. Then hit Alt and Enter. Note that there is a stock code and a description column to identify items sold. What data type are the columns in the data frame? Key in the code retail_df.info open and close parentheses. Then hit Alt and Enter. Note that invoice date column has been read in as a date column. Also, the unit price and the quantity columns are numeric. In the new cell, click and key in 2 hashtags, data munging and data wrangling. Cleaning up the data. Then hit Alt and Enter. What is the date of the earliest transaction? Key in the code retail_df.invoicedate.min open and close parentheses. Then hit Alt and Enter. Our first invoice is dated December 1st, 2010. What is the date of the latest transaction? Key in the code retail_df.invoicedate.max open and close parentheses. Then hit Alt and Enter. Our last invoice is dated December 9th, 2011. We have over 1 year's worth of invoice data. What is the time span of our dataset? Key in the code retail_df.invoicedate.max open and close parentheses minus retail_df.invoicedate.min open and close parentheses. Then hit Alt and Enter. We have over 373 days worth of data. Let us work with exactly 1 year of data. Key in the code start date equals 12/1/2010, end date equals 11/30/2011, start date, comma, end date. Then hit Alt and Enter. We define the boundary dates. Create a mask with the date boundaries. Key in the code date_mask equals within parentheses retail_df within brackets within quotes invoice date is greater than or equal to start date and within parentheses retail df within brackets within quotes invoice date is less than or equal to end date. Date mask. Then hit Alt and Enter. Overwrite the retail dataset with the filtered invoices. Key in the code retail_df equals retail_df.lock within brackets datemask.copy function retail_df. then hit Alt and Enter. Now our sample data frame has exactly 1 year's worth of online sales invoices. How many values in each of the columns are null? Key in the code retaildf.isNull function, then hit Alt and Enter. Over 125,000 customer IDs and nearly 1,500 descriptions are null. How many data rows remain if we remove all rows that do not have any one of the critical listed values? Key in the code. Clean rows equals retaildf.dropNA within parentheses subset equals a list within quotes invoice number, comma stock code, comma invoice date, comma unit price, comma customer ID, comma how equals any within quotes, dot shape within brackets 0. Print within parentheses within quotes curly brackets colon comma dot format within parentheses clean rows, then hit Alt and Enter. We will still have almost 387,000 data rows to work with. From now on, I will leave output formatting as an exercise for you guys. How many data rows will we lose after the purge? What percentage of data rows are circumspect? Key in the code. Lost rows equals retaildf.shape within brackets 0 minus clean rows. Lost rows, comma, within parentheses, lost rows divided by retaildf.shape within brackets 0 times 100. Then hit Alt and Enter. We see that the major culprit is the customer ID column. Make a note to check with Alizon Management Data Security Department. Have 25% of customer IDs been selectively blanked out of the sample dataset? Or worse, have 25% data rows been superficially added to boost sales figures? Remove all rows that do not have any one of the critical listed values. Key in the code retaildf.dropNA within parentheses subset equals within a list invoice number, comma stock code, comma invoice date, comma unit price, comma customer ID, comma how equals any, comma in place equals true. Retaildf. Then hit Alt and Enter. Note that we are modifying the data frame in C2. Disable the data frame's isCopy flag to suppress some pesky place positive setting with copy warning messages. Key in the code retaildf.isCopy equals false. Then hit Alt and Enter. Do we still have null values in any of the data frame columns? Key in the code retaildf.isNull function, then hit Alt and Enter. We do not have any NANs in our data frame. How many canceled invoices do we have? Key in the code invmask equals within parentheses retaildf within brackets invoice number dot string within brackets 0 equals C. Retaildf.lock within brackets invmask, then hit Alt and Enter. Nearly 8,500 data rows are for canceled invoices. Remove canceled invoices from our analysis. Key in the code retaildf equals retaildf.lock within brackets tilde invmask retaildf. Then hit Alt and Enter. We negated the mask to exclude canceled invoices. Disable the data frame's isCopy flag to suppress some pesky false positive setting with copy warning messages. Key in the code retaildf.isCopy equals false. Then hit Alt and Enter. Do we have any zeros or negative numbers in our numeric columns? Key in the code within parentheses retaildf within brackets customer ID is less than or equal to 0 dot sum function. Then hit Alt and Enter. Customer ID column is good. Do we have any zeros or negative unit prices? What percentage of rows are invalid? Key in the code price 0 rows equals within parentheses retaildf within brackets within quotes unit price is less than or equal to 0 dot sum function. Price 0 rows, comma np dot round within parentheses price 0 rows divided by retaildf dot shape within brackets 0 times 100, comma 2. Then hit Alt and Enter. 40 rows, or about 1% of our data rows, have an invalid price. Check out the data rows that have 0 or negative unit prices. Key in the code price mask equals, within parentheses, retail df within brackets, unit price is less than equal to 0, retail df dot lock within brackets, price mask. Then hit Alt and Enter. All 40 invoices have 0 unit prices. Also, there are some stock code manual entries that we have to deal with later. Remove 0 unit priced invoices from our analysis. Key in the code retail df equals retail df dot lock within brackets tilde price mask retail df. Then hit Alt and Enter. We negated the mask to exclude 0 unit priced invoices. Now, do we have any zeros or negative numbers in our unit price columns? Key in the code within parentheses retail df within brackets within quotes unit price is less than or equal to 0 dot sum function. Then hit Alt and Enter. Unit price column is good. Disable the data frames is copy flag to suppress false positive setting with copy warning messages. Key in the code retail df dot is copy equals false. Then hit Alt and Enter. Do we have any 0 or negative quantities? Key in the code within parentheses retail df within brackets within quotes quantity is less than or equal to 0 dot sum function. Then hit Alt and Enter. Quantity column is good. Check out invoices with stock code M. Key in the code stock mask equals within parentheses retail df within brackets within quotes stock code double equal to M. Retail df dot lock within brackets stock mask. Then hit Alt and Enter. Since we are analyzing e-com transactions, we will consider manual entries as corrupt data. However, check with Alizon.com's inventory department the reason for manual entries. How many invoices with stock code M do we have? What percentage of our rows are manual entries? Key in the code manual rows equals within parentheses retail df within brackets stock code double equal to M dot sum function. Manual rows, comma np dot round within parentheses manual rows divided by retail df dot shape within brackets 0 times 100, comma 2. Then hit Alt and Enter. 275 rows, or about 7% of our data rows, are manual entries. Remove manually entered invoices from our analysis. Key in the code retail df equals retail df dot lock within brackets tilde stock mask retail df. Then hit Alt and Enter. We negated the mask to exclude invoices with stock code M. Disable the data frames is copy flag to suppress false positive setting with copy warning messages. Key in the code retail df dot is copy equals false. Then hit Alt and Enter. Do we have any invoices with blank descriptions? Key in the code description mask equals within parentheses retail df within brackets within quotes description double equal to quotation marks retail df dot lock within brackets description mask. Then hit Alt and Enter. We do not have any blank descriptions. Disable the data frames is copy flag to suppress false positive setting with copy warning messages. Key in the code retail df equals retail df dot copy function. Then hit Alt and Enter. We need to add one more calculated column for our data analysis. Key in the code retail df within brackets within quotes total price equals retail df within brackets within quotes unit price times retail df within brackets within quotes quantity retail df. Then hit Alt and Enter. We will keep that column in the very end to remind us that it is an added column. Disable the data frames is copy flag to suppress false positive setting with copy warning messages. Key in the code retail df dot is copy equals false. Then hit Alt and Enter. Make the customer ID a string column. Key in the code retail df equals retail df dot as type within parentheses a dictionary. Customer ID is int 64. Retail df. We first convert the column to an integer to get rid of the trailing point zeros. Then hit Alt and Enter. Now convert the integer column to string. Key in the code retaildf equals retaildf.asType within parentheses a dictionary. Customer ID is string. Retaildf.info function. Then hit Alt and Enter. Now, customer ID is a string column. Now that we have munged and wrangled the data, let's identify best-selling items, best value and volume customers, and the best value customer base. To keep us motivated to produce more of such high-quality free content, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button below, leave a comment or two, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, and other budding cloud analysts. Hit the bell icon below to actively follow along with the rest of our series.